Good morning. Thank you very much for having me here. I see you're all doing your little works.
Well, we were supposed to have maybe not.
Well, I'm going to tell you today about a new therapy that I'm trying to make legal in the medical system. It might seem strange to you if you guys see. Let me put us there. It's okay. You might see a lady of my age walking around with a baby doll, okay? So before I start talking about them, I'll tell you the reason why, okay? I was married in another country. I have 3 sons. My marriage was very abusive in every way imaginable. So I waited till my 2 eldest boys were old enough, thinking they would protect me, but it didn't work. So when my youngest one was 11, I couldn't take it anymore, and I decided I'm going back home. And I came back to Australia where I was born. This, of course, caused a disastrous backlash for me, because then my boys didn't want to have anything to do with me. So according to them, I chose a country to them. But I chose to survive. Because I'm a survivor, I do not intend to let anybody crush me. So, I've been back home now 18 years. And for 16 of those years, I was broken-hearted is not the right word. I cried. If any of you are mothers and know what it's like to have children, you give them life. They come from you, so they're part of you. And to have the rejection that a child gives you is the worst pain for a mother. So in desperation, 2 years ago, or 2.5 now, because my body was actually shutting down. If I wasn't going to do something, my doctor said, you're going to die because you are not functioning. You're not doing anything. Your mind is always there, and you cannot do anything about it, so you have to try and change your mindset. So what did I do? With modern technology, I went on the internet, I went on YouTube, and I typed in realistic looking babies. And up pops this lady from Brisbane with all these babies. They looked so real, and she made them. And I thought to myself, I want one of them. But I'm also, being Italian, I'm like Santo Maso. I have to see before I buy. So I started looking locally, and I found a baby in Willerton. So I rang the lady and I said, oh, can I come and have a look? So I went there. She had 14 babies all on the table. She said, oh, just have a look, have a feel. She says, the one that will suit you, the one, she'll pick you. Anyway, I was walking around and I was thinking, oh no, I'm going crazy. This is ridiculous, you know. She picks up this baby and she gives it to me. The minute I held her, I just started to cry because all my nurturing feelings of a mother actually started to come out, which I hadn't been able to do for the past 16 years before then. So I said to her, okay, I'll call my sister and I'll come back and see it later on. So I ran home and I rang my sister Laura and I said, Laura, you got to come with me. We've got to go see this thing. I was also excited. So we went there and I said to her, you're going to have to borrow me the money. It was $300. You don't have to borrow me the money because I want that baby. So we went there and she was a bit, skeptical. She thought, oh, my sister's going crazy. I'm going to have to put her in a nut house or something. Hello. And so we went to see, she came in and I picked up this baby, which I named Grace, because for the grace of God, I actually felt being a mother again, even though it wasn't to a real child, but it was my emotions that were coming out, which had been trapped inside me. She looked at my face and she said to me, I'm going to buy this for you for Christmas. It was only a few weeks before Christmas anyway. So she got me this baby, and this baby came with me everywhere. all of a sudden, all my anxiety, my panic attacks, everything just disappeared. But, you know, that's me talking. I have been visiting a psychologist since probably 16 years I've been with him now. And he tried everything to try, you know, and make me understand that, you know, at the end of the day, your children made their choice. You have to make yours and try and deal with it. Nothing worked until I got these babies. And he is absolutely gobsmacked at the change in me with the therapy of these dolls. So I started a group up. Even my doctor, I don't know if any of you know Enzo Almonte, he's my doctor. He is on board with it. He is anything, he said to me, anything that can take the medicine that you're taking away, like from 15 medicines that I was taking, because then I got diagnosed with fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue and depression, of course. Things are getting better now. I'm much more stable, and it's all because of this therapy. Now, I know that you probably don't understand where I'm coming from, but I would like you to have an open mind and maybe even talk about it to others. You might have a friend. In my group, there is a lady that can't have children. She's a young lady. She's beautiful. She's from Indonesia. She can't have children, and she finds her nurturing with these babies. It's not for everybody. I know it's not for everybody. I mean, I'm trying to make my auntie come to the group. She comes to the group. She goes, oh, but I'm embarrassed. I don't want to hold the baby. She has one, but he stays in their bed. You know, she doesn't want to take him out. But because she you know, wants to help me, she comes to the group, and we meet up every 3 weeks in Fremantle at the Esplanade. I've got a big group, and there's girls with autism. There's a lady that has lost a child and couldn't recover with it. So this has helped her. So whatever we can do to help our situation without having to take medications, I think is wonderful. You're all looking at me as if I'm not crazy.
No.
I saw a young girl one day. I was with a friend over at over at Bull Creek, and she was talking, and this is sitting in pram things, and I'm looking, and I thought, that guy's not taking any notice of that baby. And my friend looked at it, and I just looked beautiful, and they were doing this, and this baby wasn't getting any attention. So I thought, I'm going to go past and go to buy a cup of coffee. Went up. It was a dog.
Yes.
It was it was like a newborn baby.
Yes.
I came back, I said, it's a dog. She's mad. I
No.
said, no. I said, no, she's not mad. I said, probably she hasn't got one, so she's got to have one.
Yeah, well, that's what the first impression people think, you know, oh, she's mad because I've got a pram, well, I've got more than one pram, but car seat, the works. I've got a car sign that says Reborn Baby on board, not Real Baby on board, Reborn Baby on board, because they look so real.
They do.
If you leave them in the car, in America it's happened a lot, where they've broken the windows, and you know, people think that's real. So I don't leave them in the car. If I take one with me, she comes with me. If I go shopping, I'll put her on the trolley. I mean, it's just for my anxiety, because I got to a stage where there was, you know, like in a group like this, I wouldn't be able to talk. I would be, get me out of here because I can't breathe. But today I've got a few of mine to show you what they're like, and you can all have none of you have got a pacemaker?
No.
You have a pacemaker?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Yeah, all right.
What's that?
Why?
Because they've got a magnet for their dummy.
Oh.
Do we have one without the magnet?
No, I didn't bring one. I was going to bring one without the magnet, and then I forgot.
What about Ricky?
Yeah, Chuch or no? I'll check. Machala, yeah, no, he's got a magnet as well.
Okay.
So next time I'll bring one for you to hold.
Considering you were the one that actually suggested
Yes, yes. Okay, so let's uncover. This is my Hope,
Oh, lovely.
and I made her. I started making them now. She is. I dress her up a little bit like a little girl, but that's Hope, and she weighs like a real baby. Hold her head.
Oh yes, you got a whole. Does. Isn't she little?
Look at the earrings.
Did you want to open your eyes for me?
This is Ricky. This is my auntie's little boy. She likes him because she reckons that he's got such a cute little smile. I can't deal with open eye babies because open eye babies want interaction. I don't want interaction. I just want to be able to hold the baby and just soothe him and that's what calms me down. That is my therapy. It's not for everybody, but like I said, this is a therapy that is working for a lot of women. It doesn't mean that, any of yous have to use it. No, absolutely not. I just want you to know about it so that you can actually pass the word on. He's much lighter. He's much lighter than baby.
Oh, she's smiling, this one.
That one is 2.7 kilos. I try to keep.
size.
Yeah, it's a newborn. So it's the weight of a newborn baby. I mean, I saw.
Must have had big babies. I don't think I had big babies.
No, 2.7 is not a big baby.
I know.
No.
Well, how much is that in?
No, it's about 6 pounds something.
Oh, okay.
This is my sister's baby. Her name is Layla. Like I said, I don't like open eye babies because they do interact. You look at her, she's sitting there and I'm like, what are you looking at?
Looking at you.
I know, but I don't need that. I need to be calm. I need to stay. This is my Serenity.
Oh, God, it's heavy.
This one here, when I saw this one here, she's smiling while she's sleeping. I don't know if any of you heard that
Excuse me, ladies. Excuse me,
when
ladies.
babies are sleeping and they're smiling, they're playing with angels.
Yeah.
So when I saw her, I thought, oh yeah, I need as many angels around me as I can. So she was all dressed up because Saturday was my birthday. So she came with me to my birthday party. She was all dressed up for the occasion.
Now, you look at that face, you would think it to say, who are you?
Yes,
You just brought the head on the
and she's like, are you talking to me or something? And this is Madison, another one of my girls.
Not like my Maddie.
That's a lot bigger, isn't it?
Yeah, she's a little bit bigger.
Realistic.
Bad mother. Bad mother. Yes, yeah.
Doesn't she look as if to say?
She's heavy, isn't she? But it's the weight of a small baby, a newborn baby.
It's very heavy. It's a big baby. It looked like my son when he's born and
Well, she's 2.7 kilos.
Yeah, when you.
And I don't know if you get the feeling. The other way.
Gosh, James, she's so realistic. These two, I know. They were
That one really, all right.
like she's having a great dream.
She looks like she's got a
You want to?
Yes, that's where it all started. It started in America.
In America.
Yeah, in America it started. Actually, they say that the actual doll therapy started in China many years ago when they were only allowed to have one child. And they noticed that the women were very depressed. So one scientist thought, well, you know, they can't have any more children. What can we do to help these women? So he made these dolls, not as beautiful as these ones here, and gave each mother a doll to help with yeah, she's a bit grumpy. She's actually called a real doll because there's a photo of it. There is a real baby. They made the mold out of a real baby. Connie, here.
And you could have
Chubby chops. She's
Oh,
like chubby chops.
That's a chubby chop. What's the name of this one?
That's Serenity. Serenity, che è serena, ti guarda è serena, ti dà serenità.
Gorgeous. Look at the hair.
I know.
Yes, what is the material they use?
It's vinyl,
Okay.
and when I want to make one, what I buy is the head, the arms, and the legs, and then I paint them, layers and layers, to make like that. See how you can see the like the little baby. I mean, there's a lot of work involved, but they saved my life. I can really say they saved my life.
Very similar to making the ceramic dolls.
Yeah, the work
She's really a chubby little one.
Yes, sure. She's going to go and show the girls in the office.
It's my baby.
We're lucky.
Yeah, she says, McEvoy. What? McEvoy. You talking to me? Can you imagine her saying that? That's what she gives me the impression. Yeah, the open-eyed ones.
You don't want to hold it.
No, I need something that I can just soothe and go like that. She's always awake, so can't do. So that's.
That one there is a traveller.
Yeah, this one here travels with her mummy. When we go to Queensland, she comes with us. I usually take Hope with me. When we go to the doll fair once a year in Ipswich, where a lady that I first saw.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt, ladies. Just wondering if anyone's driving a red Hyundai.
Me.
Might be parked in here. There's a lady that says she can't get into her car at the
I
moment.
know, I couldn't get out of it either.
Oh, okay. She's just asking if it's possible to.
Yes, all right.
Use the car to get out.
Yes, I will.
Sorry to
Thank you.
interrupt.
No, that's okay. You'll have to excuse me a minute. It's so hard, and it can really give you dolls that are really hard to deal with. And unfortunately, I have got one of them, but I've tried to deal with it as best I can. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job of it myself. As for me, I'm very confident of what I have lived through it. So when I say to you, it makes me feel good. And I don't care what you say, I don't care if you think I'm crazy, I don't care what anybody thinks, because I know what I've been through, and it's what I need. So if I walk around with Madison here, little Miss Madison, and you know, I've been walking around and just doing this already calms me. It just calms me down, this rocking. And when I see people in the supermarkets or wherever, no? and they'll say to me, "Oh, your baby's so beautiful, she looks like a doll." And I'm like, yes, it's my therapy doll. Because that is part of the therapy. therapy. I can't say to you, it's a baby, because I know it's not a baby. I'm not, you know, crazy. I know it's a dog, but it's my therapy baby. So once they hear that, they, oh, can I have a hold? The first thing they do, they rock. Because that's a mother's, that's what mothers do. They, you know, your babies, these don't cry, so you don't really need to rock them. But it's still that.
It's just
feeling.
natural to do that.
Yeah, it's a natural behaviour. So I'm proud of myself for what I have been able to do, considering all the hard work and, you know, all the hard pain that I've had to deal with. And I think, well, everything's in God's hands anyway. So if my kids ever come and knock at my door, I'll be there with open arms. If they don't, I'll see them on the other side, I suppose. I don't know. But I have learned to deal with it, and, you know, I do get my moments. I do get my moments when I see a family together, you know, Mother's Day, I hate. Mother's Day, I want to stay home. I don't want to go anywhere. That is the hardest day for me. But other, you know, Christmas or whatever, and I see other families together, I do feel sad. But I always have one of my babies with me, and I just think, no, I can do this. I can find a way through it. I'm not gonna. I have a friend of mine, Rosa. She's my best friend, and somebody told her once, never let any man grind you down. And I said to her, I have 3 men that are grinding me down, because I have 3 sons. And she says, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. You keep going forward, never give up hope, and there is a God. So with those words, I always think, yeah, I think it's true. And my little babies, I love making them, I love bringing them to life. And it's satisfaction. My baby, one of my babies has gone to Nebraska, in America. Another one, a few of them have gone over east. I've made 10 babies and I've sold 8. I can't even finish them and they're already sold because I don't have high prices, but it's because I make them with so much love, and I think they actually give out that love. I don't understand. I can't explain it to you, but that's how I see it. It's the making them, bringing them to life, and giving them a date of birth. There's a special how can I say it?
Certificate.
Yeah, you get a birth certificate. Yeah, you get a birth certificate and everything, but there's stages that you go through when you make it. When you do the final tie, that's the time the baby's born. So you know the baby's, and then you weigh it. You do things like a baby, you know, when a baby's born. And it just gives me that much satisfaction that you guys have
Without
no
the
idea.
pain.
I know you from somewhere. You?
Me?
Yeah, where have I seen you before?
I have no idea. I worked in Perth for 19 years.
I was away for 23 years, so I was in a foreign country.
Are you Slav?
No, I'm Italian.
Italian? No, I don't know Italian.
There can't be another one like you.
And there can't be another one like me either, because no way.
I'm not a fan of person's face. I can say I've honestly not seen you.
Oh, you mean you haven't seen me? I'm so famous.
Usually people say I know you, but I worked in Perth for a long, long time. I was up and down, you know, and I worked in a very big
Well,
place.
maybe you look like somebody I know. I don't know.
There's another one like me.
Everyone's done a double, they say.
But that's usually what
Have you
people-
held a baby?
Yeah.
Have you held a baby? Oh, you haven't held one.
The lady that just came in didn't.
No, yeah. We have one.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, because I was a little.
Lorna.
Patricia, the lady that just came.
She just come.
Oh, Lorna's only arrived, has she?
Yes.
So Patrice, if someone wanted to get a baby,
Yeah.
what would they have to do?
Well,
Well, just
ring me, and
I think I've got your
Have you got
on
any
our program.
paperwork on them?
paperwork as in explaining about them. No, it's just a word of mouth. I've got my card.
Everybody who has a program in front of you, I've actually left Patricia's number on it. So if you need to, you can contact.
Do any of you guys go on YouTube?
That got one on
No.
it.
And no one's good with the internet around here?
No, nobody does.
Just that I have a 5-year-old grandson, great grandson,
Yes.
and he's got autism.
Okay.
I don't know. Couldn't know.
Yeah.
There's anything that, because he's very, he plays with himself. No, not that way. It's
June.
has his own toys and his own dolls.
Yeah.
Oh, that came out really well, Jack.
Well, the thing
I know
that,
it didn't come out too good.
no, that didn't sound right, but we understand. The thing I would recommend is to try, is there like this little boy that I was talking about, he's got an avatar baby. So have you seen the film Avatar? They're blue.
Yeah.
So the babies are blue when they've got all, you know, and that's his little baby. Lucy.
I might be able to ask his mum. They're down in Yangebup, and I just may be able to ask his mum.
If there's a particular one, like my sister likes making
Fantasy one.
fantasy babies. See, I don't like fantasy babies. She's got a
For kids, that would be really good.
Oh, I like that.
chimpanzee. What is he?
It's orangutan.
Orangutan. So she's got a little orangutan baby. She's got a fairy. She's got a werewolf pup girl.
An avatar.
That would possibly be along the lines of a little boy.
That like if he has a character particular that he likes, but you know, you'd have to make him try it because it's not for everybody. Like I said, it's not for everybody. But there's no harm in trying because at the end of the day, if something helps,
Well,
then let it be.
when you think about it, some people are maybe
Well,
other
look at
people
the
are
next
like,
I remember my daughter.
There's a lady, she makes them, and they called Halloween babies. Some are witches and some are
Yes.
Then there was another lady, a fair age, she makes them like you, and it had, she's got 16 babies. And I thought,
Yes.
God,
Well, I
she's
was-
had no time to watch TV, and it's dolls.
I'll show you this because I think it's very important that I'm not pretending to be something that I'm not. I am quite famous.
There we go.
Not really. There was an article on That's Life magazine.
I think that's the book, are you in that?
Yes,
That's you.
that's me. I told
I
you.
thought I kept on seeing that lady some year.
And they
The
put
dolls.
Aussie Octomum because I had 8 when she did the interview. 8 babies at 63. So I'm not doing too bad, am I?
You're very good, you're on in the idea.
When was that book
This
out?
was in July, and the article's in here. If you guys want to read, that's the article. Now going back to the fantasy babies, my friend from over east,
Yeah,
she said, it says on here, my kids are monsters.
that's
She
right.
makes,
Werewolves and wolves
and I
witches
tell
and-
you what, she has a werewolf pup called Wolfie. I love that baby. He's coming over for holidays to visit his nonna. Isn't that nice? He calls me nonna. So he'll be coming over to see me. And that's her story. And that's the babies she makes.
Yeah.
But that's, like I said, it's an alternative. But she's so good. She is originally a makeup artist and a ballet dancer teacher. She's very, very talented. The way she does the babies, the eyes, the way it looks like they talk to you.
a real baby,
It's another one.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
No.
It's not for everybody.
It's a July
But
one,
Wolfie,
isn't it?
I love Wolfie. The little werewolf.
You didn't give it to me, did you? That one? Yeah.
But some people, the young girls, they do like them, and
I think I've still
Because I don't think the kids buy them
Yeah.
down there.
Work at the Byford nursing home, and they had a whole nursery set up.
Yes.
They had the Cabbage Patch dolls and that, and we used to knit clothes and make blankets and that for them, and just sit, and they had a rocker a rocker next to the cot, and chairs, and it was just incredible to see the ladies
Yes.
that come in, and it's just like they're back to their
That's
young
right.
age and looking after babies.
Well, that's why when we used to do it at Villa Dalmatia, the doll therapy, it was, when we used to walk in, the ladies were just, you know, so happy to be able to hold these babies, and those babies there cried, and they, you know, they were interactive. They're not like
No,
this.
some of them didn't, but it wasn't it good to see, Marion?
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
really
that-
wonderful.
Because for a woman, obviously, she's, I suppose, made to come into this world to have children. That's what a woman is supposed to, or not supposed to, but there's a man and there's a woman. The man goes out and he works to bring the money to buy the food, and the woman stays home and has the babies and looks after the house. So in our DNA, that's what we are, what is in us. Of course, not everybody is cut out to be a mum. Some people don't want to have children. Some women don't want to have children. They prefer a career. And I'm looking back now, I'm thinking, yeah, I should have gone to Hollywood and become a famous actress. That's what I should have done.
I've had half a dozen husbands.
Oh, yeah, I could have had half a dozen husbands. Not as bad as Elizabeth Taylor.
That one.
But,
She must have been a sex maniac.
who, me?
No, Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh, I don't know if she was a sex maniac. I think she was,
I think she was just used by men.
yeah,
Basically.
yeah. I think in those days, I think it was very possible. But she did get the biggest diamond in the world.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. Wow. So yes,
Yeah, not gonna wake up either.
and what do you feel when you hold it up?
I know.
What do you feel?
I think it's great because she's not moving.
Exactly.
Making sure she's not sick.
Isn't she?
Making sure she's not sick, it doesn't move.
I know, it's not
Yeah.
gonna
She's not holding
This one here, whenever I'm really feeling down, I just look at her and I think, oh, how is this baby so serene? And you know, like I said, in the Italian, you know, they've got their proverbs and all those wives' tales, I suppose. Babies that sleep and smile are playing with angels. So I need all the help from heaven as possible. So I'm calling down all the angels to come and stay with me and help me get over all my heartaches. And serenity, that's why I called her Serenity, because when I saw her, that's what she inspired. All my babies have got names that have a meaning. The first baby, the one that I got the very, very first time that my sister got me for Christmas, I named her Grace. And would you believe, when I went home that night, on Facebook, I found out I was going to be a grandmother. And I thought, oh, wow, I'm going to be a grandmother. I hope it's a girl because I have 3 boys. And then, of course, I get this really mean post by my daughter-in-law saying, you will never be this child's grandmother. And that broke my heart.
Oh, that's cool.
But when the baby was born, they named her Daisy. So, Grace got her name Daisy Grace because I thought she's the first baby. She announced to me, when I got her, I found out I was going to be a grandmother, so Daisy Grace is my first baby. Then I got another baby because you kind of get addicted. It's an addiction. It's really an addiction because, you know, they don't give you any trouble.
No.
So
That's for sure.
you could have a whole nursery full. So then I got another one and I thought, oh, you know what? She said, because listening to your story, it is exactly like mine, but I never had the courage to do anything about it. She gifted me this beautiful baby. It's not vinyl, it's actually silicone, so you can, it's squishy and she's like a baby, not stiff like this. And I said to her, what's your name? Your real birth name? And she said, Jovial. And I said, yes, that's going to be the name of the baby. And I named the baby Jovial because in Italian, Gioviale means happy. And that baby was gifted to me by a lady who found, I suppose, hope in my story. And then how many more babies have I got? I've got quite a few.
You lost the count.
I've lost count, yes, I've lost count. But obviously I don't interact with all of them. You know, I change them when the season winter but Serenity, Hope, Faith are the ones that are with me most of the time. Whenever we go to Queensland, I always have a baby with me. Wherever I go anywhere, I go to the doctor, I go everywhere.
You don't have to pay for it, do you?
No.